a lot of personal stuff in there in sort of a closet office room, but in the office, I mean, I had kind of a nice laptop. I had a rare law book collection that, I mean, I spent on some of the rare ones, even I spent hundreds of dollars on. I mean, even one of them alone was hundreds of dollars. And other than that, it was just a pretty cohesive private law book collection. So it's not that it's like everybody's cup of tea, but for somebody that can just take it for free, you know what I mean? It's not nothing. And then, you know, there's definitely furniture in there that I spent hundreds of dollars on. It's not all $10 free on the side of the road or like Goodwill stuff. Some of it's like real furniture that I spent some money on. A lot of art that I spent money on. I mean, it was my freaking office. Not to mention like all my personal effects. I mean, I would probably have to spend, I mean, to even replace my daily shit, like makeup and like teas, like my daily routine shit, would still be like hundreds of dollars. So that's why I'm kind of like up the creek. Like, I don't even really, like, even if I were to go on a job interview, I don't have clothes, okay? I don't. Like, all my work stuff is in there. Hundreds of dollars worth of, like, work gear that I'm already, like, having a panic attack about. I mean, I'm all the faith in the world, right? But I'm already kind of having panic attacks about winter rolling around and having to, like, repurchase all that fucking shit, okay? And other than that, you know, there's a lot of priceless stuff. I mean, I had a framed picture of my last penny ultrasound picture in there. I had a box full of all my little baby mementos, including, like, her preemie clothes. And, like, her favorite puzzle and, like, stuff like that, you know? It's like, you can't replace, like, the puzzle board that, like, you know, was one of the first, like, smart things she ever got into, was, like, doing that puzzle board, you know what I mean? Like, you can't replace that shit. You can't replace the ultrasound picture. You know, I can't replace all my private files. I can't. And then not to mention, it's like the double jeopardy shit that I'm in right now. It's like all my records are in there. So it's like they knew what they were doing with kicking a bitch out of her fucking office. They knew what they were doing, kicking this bitch out of her office, knowing they didn't have standing to do it through the courts, knowing they didn't have standing to do the courts, or knowing that they would never show their face at the court. But either way, they know that if they had, I mean, I've been through enough evictions at that courthouse to know that, like, it's like pretty much whoever's holding the deed can just boot you for no whatever fucking reason. Like, no amount of title or rights matters. If somebody else is holding the deed, they can just fucking boot you. So if he had any kind of higher title, you know, for probably like the low price of $150 at ex parte, he could have got a writ to get me out of there. So however much they had to pay to like change the locks or whatever, I have a hard time believing that it couldn't have been far cheaper and way more legitimate for him to do it through the courts. Or they really just want to stay so anonymous in this, just in case, like, I want to come back for damages because of the way that they did it. And just locking me out of my office. So it's like, no matter what legitimate writ they could have had for a legitimate process, definitively the way they did it would say that they don't want a writ because they want to remain anonymous in the process. But it's like a whole fucking building. It's like, how do you think you're going to stay that fucking anonymous? I mean, I've sounded the alarm about as well as I can think to do without blasting them all over the internet, which I'm just not gonna do. But so I feel like anybody that's gonna do any kind of due diligence on any kind of like holding transfer or something would have to come across it and know that they sort of stole it illegitimately. But other than that, I can't really fathom what the fuck they're thinking unless they really do have some kind of other, like, money or power or some, like, maybe espionage. I mean, otherwise I can't think that they think that they're really gonna, like, get away with this. I mean, they would have to know that, like, the rest of the world is against this kind of property poaching. Because, like, it just feels like the way that they're doing it, in theory, they could also go to any fee simple house when the owner's gone, change the locks, and then, you know, do a deed transfer, and it's, you know, it's like it. I mean, you know, it's like the way they're doing it just seems so underhanded that it doesn't seem like it would take very much more to do it to any fee simple house. So it's like, are they trying to, like, get away with it this time? I mean, my mind is going some places because it just seems so fucking absurd. It just seems so fucking absurd the way that they're doing it. It just seems really fucking absurd. Because they wouldn't be doing it if they didn't know that it was, like, a freehold. So they have to know something about freehold. And so other than that, I can't see, unless somebody knows otherwise, but, you know, I can't see how they think that they would get away with this for very long unless they already had some kind of, like, nefarious private sale set up where that person doesn't care, it doesn't matter. But then it's like they have to know that they're the wicked with their mind in the pit and that they're just going to be destroyed. I mean, but that's why I keep asking. It's like, have they got away with this with somebody at my level that knows the degree that I know about how the universe works? Because I'm guessing that's why I'm here. But that's why I'm so freaking befuddled about it. Is like, I mean, is the world really so corrupted in their favor that they get away with this, like, regularly, that they just think that I'm also, like, easy pickings? Because I feel like I was putting up every flag I could think of to, like, sound the alarm, and he still went ahead and did it. So was he not paying attention, or does he really think that he can railroad me, like, mass emailing the media and the freaking board of governors of the bar? And, I mean, it's like, I am so lost. I'm so lost on how they think that they could get away with it in a legitimate circumstance, which makes me think that there has to be some kind of illegitimate circumstance. And so that's why it would have to be me, because I'm the only bitch that knows to, like, know that their wickedness puts their mind so far down into the pit. I mean, but other than that, it's like, I mean, is this really what the world has come to? Is this really what the world has come to? I mean, is this really what the world has come to? I know it just begs the question, how many times have people like this got away with it? And, like, are they, I mean, I know that they have to manipulate some kind of record to affect this double jeopardy against me, right? So that's the first clue, right? So then what other kinds of records are they able to manipulate to get away with this? And then, is every freaking fee simple at risk? Because part of me, truth be told, man, part of me feels like I prophesied this house, okay? Living in this house, okay? And I'm sure of that, okay? And so part of me feels like, in order to save this woman's freaking house, I almost set up the Brassworks as, like, some kind of bait to out them and, like, distract them. And so then it's like, so then we're going to make an example of them there with my mind that has the highest mind in this. So we're going to make an example of them at Brassworks first and hopefully save this woman's house, I think. But it just begs the questions. What are they able to manipulate on a state level? Because as far as I could tell, the Brassworks building didn't have a deed. But if they can reignite those claims, then I imagine the way that they did, to make it not dismissed but rescheduled and shit, is make the other one a thing at all, which was never even a thing because I got the true name document. But so then I wonder, are they just trying to perpetually pretend that they're me in there still, like trying to perpetually pretend like Brittany just didn't get locked out of her building? Because like I am well aware that I got locked out of my building. Okay, like I am well aware, and like my family is like well aware that I'm locked out of my building. Whether or not they think it's my fault or not is irrelevant, because they are at least aware that I don't get to be there anymore. This woman is well aware that I'm locked out of my building. So it's like, it's not like I don't have plenty of people that know I'm locked out of my building. So why did they think that like their mind in the matter is going to triumph? And then how easy would it be to just start manipulating fee simple deeds? I mean, is that really what's going on? I mean, I'm not saying it's never happened, okay? But, like, how fucked up would it be for, like, this woman to come home one day, or, like, some woman like this to come home one day, and, like, suddenly she's locked out of her house, and, like, all the records are post-dated. I mean, it's not a far stretch for me. Because I'm in, like, all these claims of double fucking jeopardy.